Home is an interesting concept. For many of us, we think of it as just a shelter, or as a place where we go to sleep at night, or maybe a place where we have our things. For me, home goes well beyond the walls of any of the places where we live. And home becomes part of the community. It becomes the relationships that we have. I think that building those relationships and strengthening that and growing with people on that is really what defines home in the end. We're celebrating 40 years this year in Albany, which is incredible. And in those 40 years, we've served more than 20,000 families coming through the doors of the Ronald McDonald House. It's just amazing to see the way those families then want to come back and they want to share the love that's been given with them by giving it back to others. My family has always been involved in some aspect of being able to care for others. My grandmother used to make a meal every Sunday afternoon that was large enough to feed an army, and she didn't necessarily have people scheduled to come over to the house. But as she would see people on Sunday morning, she'd say, "Why don't you come home for dinner?" And she'd already had a dinner made. And that kind of hospitality is something that is part of my family background. It's something that has stayed with me. It's something I try to emulate and try to do as well. It really is about how do we come together and recognize the things that unite us as people. And one of the things that unites us is we all have challenges. We all have things that we have to face. We all have situations that come up that we didn't expect. And knowing that there are people that have been there before, that have gone through it, that you're not alone, and that there are people that are willing to step up and be able to help see you through it, make sure you have the resources you need. That's one of the most enjoyable aspects, I think, of life in general, but certainly it's part of the magic and part of the experience at RMHC. We never know when our children might be in need of the hospital. So we're here to make sure families can stay close together. We support the hospital that way, we support our families that way, and our community in turn supports us that way. One of the best examples of that is National Grid. They look for opportunities where they can support special projects that we have, projects like the play tables for kids, which are just amazing. Every one of us has been blessed with certain things that we have and certain resources that we have, whether it's the social support within our families, whether it's the friendships that we have, whether it's the communities in which we live. There's always something that we can do to be able to help somebody else. It improves our community. It definitely inspires me and is part of the reason why I enjoy being here.